Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here, continuing on with Unravel. This is Chapter 8 called The Letter of our 100% walkthrough. In this walkthrough, I show you the best way to get through the level in a quick way and reasonable way so that you don't die. I also show you all 5 secrets and make sure you don't miss any achievements or trophies along the way. The first thing you're going to want to keep in mind throughout your entire playthrough, basically from the very start, you just saw me do it, all the way to almost the very end of the level, there's a bunch of little ice pads, or iced over rivers, iced over puddles. Make sure you break every single patch of ice possible. So here you're just going to have to jump on every little piece twice to break each piece individually, and then make sure that you don't sink and die. There's not a lot more. There's one more river we're going to cross right now pretty soon, and then there's going to be one more we're going to cross a lot later on. Just make sure you keep breaking all of the water. Other than that, I'm not going to waste your time describing each and every single puzzle. I'll rejoin you if there's something really tricky, and I'll also rejoin you for all 5 of the secrets in this level. Now this part's really tricky and it's actually very hard to do reliably. All I can recommend is speed, 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 and make sure that you take off exactly when a bird just dove past you. So it's all about speed and timing. That's only the real only way to get by. Make sure you use whatever pieces of cover you have in order to, you know, make it through, and watch out for the birds. Like I said, just time everything as best as possible. There's a good likelihood that you'll die here if you don't time it properly, so keep that in mind. The first secret of this chapter can be found once we make our way indoors for the first time. What we're going to need to do is make a chain of bridges all the way from the base all the way to the top right corner. The top right corner is where the actual secret is. However, we won't have enough height to get up to it, so what we're going to need to do is make sure we can get that block that's all the way at the starting point all the way to the top right. So you're seeing me making bridges right now, and then once they're all made, you're actually going to have to jump across here. This is the only way to do this properly. So a little bit of timing and practice to get that jump down. And then you'll be able to pull down this kind of hammer or mallet, and then you'll be able to create your last piece of the bridge for the block. Bring the block all the way up here, and then you'll be able to grab that secret. You'll then need to destroy some bridges to make further progress through the mission, though, so keep that in mind, or you can just restart the checkpoint if you really want to. Once we reach this checkpoint, we actually have two secrets pretty close to each other nearby. So what we're going to want to do is grab this hook on a wheel, on a caster wheel. I want to call it a caster wheel. I'm probably saying the wrong thing though. Just grab it and pull it all the way to the far left. Now that we did that, we have it in place. We don't actually need it right this second, but just keep it there. And then grab onto the little dangly wire part of the lamp on the bottom. Make sure you have a really long rope and swing all the way to the left. Make sure you don't miss. If you do miss, make sure you hold that trigger to stop yourself from falling and dying. Once up here in the barn, we can grab the paint can. You're going to want to push the paint can all the way back down to the main floor from where we entered. Again, make sure you break your fall so that you don't die. And then once it's down here, you're just going to keep pushing it to the far right rather, on the bottom. Obviously, since it's so heavy, it's going to fall automatically. At the very end of this hall, you will find your second secret. Obviously, walk up to it to pick it up. So we've made our way back up to this checkpoint. We have that hook on the left there. We're going to hook onto it and tie a knot. Then we're going to tie that knot with the knot on the very top of the lamp to make a small bridge slash trampoline. And from here we can jump up and lasso onto this lasso point. Once we're in the attic of this barn, we can hop over this box and find our third secret. This is actually cool because you can actually progress through the level by going out the window instead of going the long way. Once you open up the well, you're going to want to repel from the left-hand side of the opening down into the well, and on the very left of the well you can find the fourth secret. Just make sure you swing into it, and that one's pretty easy. For the final secret of the chapter, make sure you smash this first piece of ice. Do not smash any more, because if you do, you'll have a really hard time swimming back and you'll probably die. Once you smash the first little piece of ice, you're going to want to make a knot point, which will create a bridge slash trampoline. Now you can use this to gain access to the branch directly above you. Now you'll also be able to run and lasso onto the swinging point and straight to the collectible. As soon as you do that, you're probably going to want to break the rest of the ice for the Obsessive Achievement slash trophy. As we approach the end of the level, we'll find a bird caught in some fencing. Just use your lasso and pull apart some of the fencing to let it free. It'll take you to the very end of the level. Hopefully you did it without dying to get some progress towards that achievement or trophy. Hopefully you also got Obsessive and got all 5 secrets without many issues. If you did, it would help me out if you liked the video, shared it with a friend. Special shout out to Hair and Giggles as well as everyone else on Patreon. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I see you next time. Peace.